47 days to go in the new chapter. We have to do some kingdom quests and the main quest, which is exploring our summer estate. But before we head out, I would like to get some quests from here. I think Winter is ready to level up, right? We might be able to get a quest from her, maybe? Unlock some resistance, why not? But eventually, the fine trinkets, which is what I want. I think Gunther is also ready, but we'll need to get more of the resources to upgrade the smithy. Real? I haven't really done much with Real yet. Valen is also ready, Diego is ready, and Gren is ready. But Winter, you are the one I want.
Well,
I suppose it's a nice view. Winter, weren't we supposed to go to the inn? Sure, let's do that. Now, about before. Don't you think the sea is a tad overrated? I mean, agreeing with her seems like a good idea. No? Damn it.
no.
It's not that, I just don't enjoy it like I should is all. Folks like to romanticize the sea and the skies because they're alien to them. Meanwhile, all the fun and games, the wealth and variety, why, it's always below their feet. They're standing on it right now. But elves are sailors, you know? We're kind of famous for that. Sneaky longships in the mist, panic on the coast, brutal raids, people crying, blah blah blah. Anyway, lost track, not my point. What I meant to say is that us Kith have always been attuned to the sea. So when my kinsman came for me, we really did not get along. I guess you could say we had a rocky start, eh? Eh? You returned to your coder before then? Ha! Try was forced to come back. Weren't you raised in a human village? Yeah. Ma and Pa were really the best thing to happen to me. I don't remember much from my early childhood, but imagine it wasn't very easy, both for them and for the villagers. Other miners didn't care though. As long as you pulled your own weight, you were more than welcome. And I sure did, even as a kid. So what happened?
I'm gonna need a drink.
Right, see, there's that little bit of empathic mind meld that all elves have, the NM. It's quite at birth, but when you hit puberty and suddenly you turn into a broadcasting station, you begin to hear people, and sure enough, they hear you right back. Sounds awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome, you say, or maybe rather nice? Anyhow, where was I? Wait a minute, this isn't how we're supposed to talk about at all, is it? In fact, no, I wanted to ask you about rocks or something? Either way, we unlocked her new perk. Maybe we should do another day to unlock fine trinkets. Maybe I'll do that off camera. At least to, I mean, we want the cinematic though. But I'll do a day after. Let's see, do we want to do anyone else before we go? Maybe one of these two or three. Let's see. We could do Gren. I think he might have a quest for us. People seem to have quests on the low or the high levels, so maybe go talk to him if he's available. Is he available? He is not. However, Diego and Valen are. Let's go talk to Diego. So I've been thinking. You mentioned that a certain husband is chasing you for sleeping with his wife.
Close enough, I guess.
Why are we talking about this again?
Huh?
Must have been a pretty powerful guy to send a professional assassin after you. I did mention he was a very rich man, no? Just my luck, really. Doesn't have that of all people he had to send a creepy stalker slash comedian. I swear the guy's been following me everywhere. I mean, he's probably behind the fountain as we speak. Yep, you called? See, this cocker right here. This is what I have to put up with. But who's the employer? You've been awfully elusive about it. Is this the part where you flaunt your royal authority to get answers out of me?
Okay.
That's not what I was getting to, but now that you mention it... Well, it was an Armelician duke, and may have slept with the Duchess herself. I think he had never heard the phrase sharing is caring, if you catch my drift. Yes, I believe we established as much. I can say with certainty that she never complained. I guess I don't mind.
Neat.
Oh, that's what I call a healthy approach. See, in the end, it's all about that human touch. That's what they miss and why it works. You have to play on the strings of their souls, know what I mean? Oh, Mr. Diego! Yes, love?
Oh, no, sir!
That'll teach you to make remarks about my facial contours. That was supposed to be a compliment.
Okay.
Strings of their souls, eh?
How freaking great. Only not.
Do you need a helping hand? No, it's cool. I'll just stay here for a while and die a little. Oh, I think my hernia may be acting up again. Alright, whenever you're ready then.
Okay.
Any second now. Uh-huh. Any second now. You comfortable in there? Alright, this may take a while after all. Later. I think I'm gonna have to rethink my strategy. Maybe I should take up jogging. Then again, I'm rather immobile at the moment, both literally and figuratively. Plenty of existentialist thoughts too. What with having a personal bounty hunter on my head. I might die any time, savor the moment. Perhaps these are my last words even. Hello, are you there? Nope, I am not there. But we did get a new morph skill from him. Tar shot now deals fire damage. That's neat. We'll do Gren when we come back from our adventure, as well as Valen. But for now... Actually, is Gren available today? He is! Let's do him quickly, because he might have a quest for us.
Evening.
How's it going?
Nice.
You're in a pretty good mood today. I am, yes. Care to elaborate? Well, I got another job on the side, you see. A favor for an old friend, so it wasn't exactly easy to refuse. But it's low effort and well paid, so I can't really complain there. Just how? When do you even get the time to look for a side job? I don't. They come to me.
I'm a professional.
Look, I can tell you this as a professional. I don't want you to think of me as some two-timing money grubber. I want to be fair to you, boss. So say we do the job together and you get half of the reward. That alright? I don't want... 2/3.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Grand.
Swell. Now listen. Towards Aramelis in the Argent Shore, the roads are a hunting turf for wannabe bandit warlord named Havel. I'm sure there's a scare nickname added to it too, but I don't really care. Naturally, that doesn't really gel with the tradesmen in the area, and my friend really doesn't want to be constantly worrying that some half-wit mugger is gonna jump his caravan. So yeah, we off the bandit lord, we do some good, and we earn some money. Sounds good?
Sure.
Let's get him then. Quest secured. Maybe we'll go out and do that, but I think we want to focus on the main quest as well, because we had like a bit of stress last chapter, or was it 2 chapters ago, with the main quest because of all the traveling. So I want to make sure that is ticked off as soon as possible, and then I'm probably going to do a few dungeons, because that is one of the places where we have the most kingdom quests to do. We have 12 quests right there, and a few of these level things. So let's head out to the world map. Where is this house on the coast? That's the hideout for Gren's quest. Sheathed Shoal. Is that it? Quest location. I think that might be it. Let's check that out. That is a long trek though. Let's do it. Off the beaten path, way past the breezy cliffs, an overgrown ingress oversees the tides.
This is the place?
The environment seems to match. And truthfully, so does the interior.
Yeah, my family seems to leave plenty of mess behind.
Oh, this is nice.
Treasure vault?
Certainly looks the part. Approach it carefully, young master. There may yet be traps awaiting.
There's definitely gonna be a guardian, right?
Could that be it? The end of our woes? Do you see a way to open it, Griffith?
Let us see.
My, what a stereotypical situation. Just what am I supposed to say, huh? I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, did that come out right, Sir Kay?
Who are you?
Who? What? Do we know each other?
Each other? No, but I know you.
You trespass upon Loren property. You shall identify yourself this moment.
Yes, drama. Always stoking the drama. But I hate drama. Tell me, has nobody told you that silence is gold? All these months and you still haven't taught your guard dog not to yap needlessly. Some authority you have.
Not a foul word more. You are insulting the ruler of this land.
Am I? Is he? Perhaps you were a little bit too bold in calling me a trespasser. I am Carran Loren of Recettear, heir apparent to Regalia, inheritor of Recettear Expanse, and by blood, the last scion of House Loren.
Excuse me?
What? What kind of nonsense is this?
Dramatic surprise, check. Now step aside. A treasure of my ancestors awaits me.
What? Just what the hell is your problem? Explain yourself now!
No, I owe you no explanation. The world doesn't work like that. You do well to finally learn that little lesson, Lord Kay.
Not a step further!
You'd raise your hand against your king?
Enough with this! I do not know what deception you are trying to weave here, but you are no king of mine. My liege stands right here with me. I serve Kay of House Loren.
We just can't avoid this little standoff, can we? All right, have it your way. On with the grand reveals. 1, you are way too loud. 2, you are starting to greatly annoy me. 3,
I brought back up, isn't that it?
your liege is no more Loren than you are. And you are, might I remind you, a lowly servant. And so is he.
What?
I know your precious sisters have been busy messing with the past, digging up scraps left behind by their betters. They did a decent job, but they were misinformed at core.
And you know this how, exactly?
The heirloom script of House Loren. Remember that? Riddle me this. How did you obtain it?
As I recall, Gwen received it anonymously through a noble from...
From Recettear, that's right. But let's make one thing clear. It wasn't a gift, nor a gesture of sympathy. My family has spent ages in exile, unable to exercise their God-given right, all due to that ridiculous debt. Unable to rule, unable to act, hiding behind the names and borders of foreign kingdoms. The humiliation!
And now that after all my hard work to restore the kingdom, you just waltz in here and think you're gonna take over my dead body.
Did you think, perhaps, that you would accomplish something? That you had stumbled upon some delicious riddle from the past? The treasure story has always been an open secret among members of the house, and a silly one at that. An untouched treasure, in this day and age, a likely tale. Imagine my surprise when I learned that there was a pretender in Recettear, one all too willing to chase that wild goose, and desperate enough to take risks against the furtive union. And yet, in an even better turn of events, the treasure turned out to exist after all. All it took was to watch from afar, nudge you once or twice, and move in at the right moment. Minimum effort, maximum payback. How nice of you to do all the work for me. The debt will be paid. The kingdom will be reclaimed. Glory to House Loren, at last.
But you're not making sense. I am the last Loren.
I mean, and Gwen and Elaine.
Sense! Still moaning about this. I told you already. You are but a servant. See, once upon a time, there were these crusades.
The Crusades again.
Yes, confusing business to say the least. A time when House Loren was betrayed by his allies. When Lordamar and Shedu, two worthless excuses of nations, razed Regalia to the ground. The outrage! And worst of all, the rabble rose against him too, his own subjects, just like that.
Duke Martell of House Loren was a madman. He had convinced himself that he was an elf and cared little for anything else.
He was the king. Right or wrong, his will was to be obeyed. Fortunately for your dumb little head, one man understood that way better than you do. One man put his own fatness and well-being to save his king.
Huh?
When the armies came calling, the Duke chose to flee in secrecy to his holdings in S-tier. Gods don't bleed after all, do they? Neither do elves, if stories are to be believed. Alas, nobody told his enemies that. They craved his head. And one man, Martell's favorite servant, gave them just that. Believing in his lord and house, he proposed a plan. He took his insignia, his robes, and... See where I'm going with this? I can't hear you.
They switched places.
Correct. You are nothing more than a descendant of a servant.
The people believe in me as a king, so I am king. Also my grandfather. Or, I guess, your grandfather.
How does it feel knowing that you've been living a lie? Well, I don't care either way. And truthfully, why would I? Commoner.
Young master, this is utter nonsense. Why should we believe him? His words are no proof.
Also that.
Is that so? Does your lord share this opinion? Have you never wondered why everything seems so ill-fitting? Not your time, not your place, perhaps?
He ain't looking like the old king.
Your smell, it's different than what I remember.
You wear a familiar name, manling.
Thought you'd be taller.
But the Annam knows not of you.
Bulkier.
What mask lies upon thee?
Black hair, beard.
Do not fight for a legacy that you should not be part of.
I'm not a Loren, am I?
And so the truth finally dawns, with remarkably little drama, too. Just be so kind and don't burst into tears right now, bawdy nonsense. And you, Griffith? How does it feel to be oath-bound to a lie? All your life in vain, serving the son of a dirty commoner. Where's honor in that?
This changes nothing.
Jeez, so stubborn. Now, though, let your king pass.
Never!
Let him pass, Griffith.
No! Stop it!
Young master!
I said, let him pass.
About time to wisen up.
Although maybe he'll trigger whatever trap is on that thing.
But...
That'll solve all our problems.
Yes.
Finally, my birthright. You know, when I heard that some commoner managed to usurp Regalia, I was furious. An outsider in the halls of Castle Loren. Unacceptable. But you surprised me. You took it upon yourself to pay off the debt. You cleaned the place up. And somehow, despite being crapped on from every possible direction, you moved onward. A premium pawn, wouldn't you say? Oh? We went through this already. I may be a patient man, but... Know your damn place! Do you really think I'd come here unprepared? There is a whole regiment of men from the lesser kingdoms outside, just waiting for a dumb move like this! Hardly mercs, the kind that itches to stab a fluffy bunny. So don't. Yes, that's right. Why throw everything away? treasure these last moments of personal glory.
What do you mean?
Well, as the true king, it is in my divine right to take what is mine, no? Iscalia awaits. In fact, you may go now. Someone needs to make the preparations. Maybe get a scribe to write down the event. We shall call it Return of the King. No, wait, that's too corny. Go nevertheless.
Sire.
Go, I shan't be long.
I mean, I really don't care what he says. There's no proof, as well as I've done all the work here. I've earned the people's trust, and I am the king of these lands. What do we have to do next? Our greatest secret. Report back, alright. But we're right next to the quest for grants, so let's go there first, on the way. For the last time, no! We will not be renegotiating your contract. I want my job security! Job security? You're a bandit! Ain't my fault the system is skewed. God help me, something else gonna be skewed in a second. Violence? I think not. I'm an exemplary employee. That's a laugh. You're not even menacing.
Evening.
See, at least that guy knows how to dress to impress. He's got the visuals down pat. Wait, who are you again? Havel, right? Yeah?
Nice to meet you. Now, prepare to die.
What? Oh no, you don't. Boys, to me! We got a fight going! You know, it's not very assassinish to announce your presence.
I prefer the term bounty hunter.
Now, let's get to work. Done! We took him out in a hurry. It was just a standard bandit fight. Now, let's head back to Iscalia and report in about these revelations.